Good morning, fellow wet shavers. It is Thursday, and today, as promised yesterday, I will be using BDLM2 along with the matching splash. Got that backwards. There you go. We'll be using my Karve, which I have taken apart at the moment. I'm going to try a different blade today. I'm going to try a Lord Platinum in there. Again, going through my smorgasbord of variety pack, and I will be using my bowl. And then I have it soaking, but I'll be using my Merit 99.5 Heritage Collection Badger brush. So I think I forgot my introduction. Welcome to the Wet Shave Experience. I am Brian, and thanks for joining today. If you're new, I hope you enjoyed what you're watching. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And if you haven't, please subscribe below. Much appreciated. All right, so yesterday I used Barbershop de los Muertos 1, which was a re-release of a previous Barbershop de los Muertos. I'm not sure who made it before, if it was Murphy and McNeil or somebody else. I know Rafa's done some re-releases of soaps from different artisans, but yesterday's my first use of the Kodiak Base, which was fantastic. The splash was fantastic. The scent on the first one for me wasn't 100% there. I liked it, but I didn't love it, I'm gonna be honest. And that's just a personal preference thing. It's a darker scent, and I just pick up some notes in there that aren't in my favorite scent wheelhouse. I will say off the puck, this one smells way more my style. It is definitely a little bit more citrus forward and lighter. The other one is a darker scent, and the other one was based on, I think, Homage or Jubilation 25 by Homage. And this is based on Tom Ford's Man, or not based on, inspired by, so get the terminology right. This one just is it's not a light scent in terms of scent strength, but it's a lighter scent, and it's not as dark as the other one. I also pick up the citrus a little bit more on this. Not that it's fruity or very citrus forward, but in the scent description on Murphy and McNeil's site, it says inspired by Tom Ford Man, and citrus top, floral, pepper middle, anchored by a woody base. So they're saying that the top notes are citrus notes, lemon leaf, mandarin, bergamot. I definitely get a little bit of citrus and bergamot for sure. Middle notes, bergamot, again, basil, ginger, violet leaf, orange blossom, grapefruit blossom, tobacco leaf. I think I pick up a little tobacco. It's very well blended. It's very difficult to pick up any individual scent note, to be honest with you. Black pepper, base is amber, cedarwood, patchouli, vetiver, oak moss, leatherwood, and cypriol. This is also in the Kodiak Base, which you can see at the bottom. Some excellent components to the Kodiak Base. It's got the duck fat, the beef tallow, as well as bear tallow, cocoa butter, goat's milk, shea butter, lanolin, jojoba oil, tessa silk. Just tocopherol, which I think is vitamin E, or a vitamin E derivative, or vitamin E is derived out of that. Anyways, just a great list of ingredients for this. And I'm gonna scoop some out scientifically here with my fancy baby spoon. And spread it in the bowl. Hope everybody's having a good week. Today is my second to last work day of the week, I guess. Starting to rain pretty good here in the Willamette Valley here in Oregon. And rained really hard last night. We are definitely getting into late fall here. All right, so we have got our soap spread around in the bowl. I think that's more than enough. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's a softer soap. It's not a soft soap, but it's also not a hard soap to spread, which is nice because I'll be using my Badger brush today. And One of the things I've mentioned on a previous video, I love this brush. I did get the gelled tips, which feel on my face very soft. The only drawback that I've come across in the gel tips is if I'm trying to bowl lather a harder soap, that the tips, it takes a lot longer to break up that soap and get to the lather and get the soap all emulsified. You know, I don't face lather. I don't know if that would be, so here's the Merit 99.5 by Heritage Collection. Lucky to pick this up, and Neil does some fantastic work. So anyways, I've noticed that it can be difficult to lather a harder soap with the gel tipped badger brush in the bowl. I don't know if that would be the same for face lathering. Since I don't face lather, I don't know if it's harder to pick up the soap when you're loading your brush directly from the puck or whatever. Hey, let me know what your experience with gel tips is, if you've had any. All right, so I'm gonna get this lathered up and I'm gonna be right back. All right, and we are back. I think I got it lathered up pretty well. And there's what's left in the bowl. Be plenty for the shave today. So I have the Karve still taken apart here, so let me load the blade in there so it comes wrapped. First use. Lord Platinum today. Oh, we got that loaded up in there. And we will there we go. And we are loaded. And I think it probably goes without mention really, but anyways, I think at the top, artwork, just fantastic. Rafa's design at Chicano Designs are just fantastic. This label is really cool with the kind of reflection that you can get in the background on the label. Just really, really awesome artwork. And got the side label and everything. And then, you know, this is a collaboration with John Perry, Murphy and McNeil, and Chicano Designs. So you've got all three of their logos on there. And so this is just a great packaging, great overall packaging. Same with the splash, again, backwards. You know, and the lid on this, the frosted glass and the lid, just I've never seen anything quite like that. Just really, really cool. I mean, 110% just for aesthetic packaging alone. Then you throw in the Kodiak Base, and based on yesterday's shave, probably moved up to one of the top bases in my den for sure. Only used it once, today will be twice, so I'm not ready to proclaim it the best base in the den yet because I don't have enough use of it, but I think we got plenty of hydration in there. We'll get this on. This is definitely a much lighter scent for sure. So I guess really, I mean, buy them both, try for yourself. I know that they sold out, but they are working on a restock. I think the splash actually is still available on both of them. I think the soap is just sold out right now. I don't know when the restock will be, but I know that they're diligently, from what I've read, working on it, that they don't want this to be, they call sold out for FOMO, which I think took me a minute, but fear of missing out. So people buying multiple sets, or they don't want it to be unobtainium. So if you missed out, there will be more opportunity for sure. Definitely two different scents for sure. If you like darker, more, I guess, musky, and you have to choose between the two, you definitely want to go with the first one. Man, this is the first time I've used this blade, but I'm telling you, it's kind of like yesterday where for me the razor is just gliding very nicely. You got all the pillowy goodness on the blade there. You know, the residual slickness on this is just really good. It'll be interesting to put this up against like First Line's 3.0 or Kaizen, but without comparing them, it is up there. Right up there with those. At least in my opinion. Have you used the Kodiak Base before? What are your thoughts? I don't know how many soaps have been released in this base. I know that Old Sport looks like it is, and that looks like actually a scent that's up my alley. So I might have to look into Old Sport, just based on the scent notes. But it's in the Kodiak Base. And I think there was a previous couple releases that came out in Kodiak, but now are only available in the Aeon base, which I have not used. I don't know how that base performs comparatively to the Kodiak. But it seems like a lot of the other soaps that they are part of the regular lineup, if you will, are all in that Aeon base. A lot of soap on the brush. I'm sure there's a lot of soap in the brush. That's the green here. Yeah, this just glides right over so well. I'm really impressed with Kodiak Base. 2 down, 1 to go here. Probably take some of that off the face. And I've still got plenty of lather in the bowl. So my scientifically eyeball measured amount of soap is definitely enough in the bowl to lather this up. Never really been let down by that much soap that I put in. I think the only time I had to go back for more, I shouldn't say only time, but now that I've kind of settled on my scoop size, I had to go back was with, I don't remember. Anyways. Put a little bit more water on my face there. Wanted to see. Wouldn't say the soap is necessarily thirsty, but it definitely can take some water. Wanted to put a little bit more water on that there, my face there, just to see if that would make any difference. All right. Last pass. Hopefully everybody's hanging in there with the, know what your states are doing or where you live. We started our, in my county anyways, a 2-week pause. So I suspect it's going to be a little longer, just my feeling, but we shall see. So I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Seems like there's pausing going on in multiple places, many states. Yeah, this soap is just nice. I mean, that's the thing with the first Barbershop de los Muertos 1 that I used yesterday. I don't love the scent, but I love the packaging and the artwork and the Kodiak Base. So normally I'm thinking it wouldn't be a keeper, but I feel like just on the base and splash, performance alone, it makes me want to keep it. I hit my bowl and brushed my hand. Got scared for a second there. I was gonna drop it in the sink. All right. So this blade is working just fine. I don't really have anything negative to say about the blade. Who's used the Lord blades before? What are your thoughts on that? I've only found a couple that I really don't like in the Karve so far. A couple I've used lately have been all right. The Bolzano was okay. The Shark was all right. This one's been okay. The Treat was okay. The only ones that I know for sure off the top of my head that I definitely don't like are the Astra. For some reason, didn't do well in the Karve, and then the Sharp blade I didn't find too sharp. All right, so let's rinse off and finish up. Looks like I got my ear there. I used to do that all the time. I'm surprised I'm not doing it more often. It's always this ear too, I don't know. Haven't got my coffee yet this morning. I was running a little bit late. Up a little bit late last night. My daughter's 5.5 and she's kind of tall for her age. And she gets these growing pains every once in a while. And she'll wake up in the middle of the night just crying. Got a hair or something. Crying and writhing in pain. Sorry, folks. I got a hair or something. I can't seem to find it. But I feel it. Anyways, last night was one of those nights. So, took her a while to give her a children's Tylenol, and we rubbed her leg, and it took a while for her to get back to sleep. Put a little bit more on there. Yeah, I like this scent. Definitely for me, if I were picking, that's always one of the things I thought about the artisan soaps. I wish there was like a Macy's counter of all the artisan soaps somewhere local that I could go just smell stuff. But anyways, if I were choosing between the two, this is definitely where I would go for my personal scent profile preferences. But yours might be different. Like I said, I think if you like a darker, more musky scent, then and you're only going to pick one, I would say BDLM1 was the way to go. If you like something not as heavy, a little bit lighter, I wouldn't say it's hugely citrus forward, but it is a little bit more citrus, but it definitely has a base that's not citrus. And this one, like I said, is inspired by Tom Ford's Man. So I had not smelled that. I was not a fragrance guy before I got into wet shaving. So all of the inspired scents out there that are based on a cologne, or I have guarantee you I probably, unless it's like Eternity or Obsession or one of those that I had like way back in the day that was like a top scent, I probably haven't smelled it. So I can't compare it to the original. But I like this one. I like it a lot. So there you have it. Again, thanks for joining. If you made it this far and you're new, consider subscribing. If you made it this far and you've been here before, appreciate the watch. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing below. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.